I'm wearing a lot of white today. Can you even see me? Am I like camouflaged into the background? Also, this is the most comfortable sweater of life. I feel like I'm wearing a house coat and I'm not mad at it. I was actually wearing like a really cute shirt before that had like these little like stud details on it, whatever. And I saw this in my closet, I was like, or I could wear a big fuzzy sweater and be super comfortable. 2017, year of the house coat. Hello everyone! I'm here today to share with you guys sort of the last of my roundup of 2016 products. So I've done the best of drugstore, best of high-end, luxury, all that fun stuff. And today we're going to be talking about the not so great products, the products that didn't hit expectations. It doesn't mean that the brand isn't great, because a lot of the brands have products within them that I absolutely love, but these particular products just didn't cut it for me. If they work really well for you, that is awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. For me, not so much. So without further ado, let's get into this. So first we're gonna start with the products that were probably the worst ones that I have tried in 2016. And if you watch my fairly recent video, you probably already know what it is. And it is the makeup by Forever 21. Oh my gosh, this was such a hard fail, I can't even tell you. Especially these palettes. This is the highlight palette and there's also like a contour palette. And just like they smell really toxic. There is a mixture of cream and shadow. The shadow is better than the cream, but the cream products are awful. They just slide off the face. They're just very thick. And then the cream products themselves, just like the colors weren't great. I think this was the only one of all of them that I actually quite liked. This is pretty sort of an iridescent blue toned highlight, which is nice, but everything else just did not hit the mark at all. And in general, a lot of the products within the line I was super disappointed with. Forever 21, you have some great clothes, but makeup is not your forte. So overall for me for 2016, this was a huge miss. Next up is a product by Urban Decay, and this is their Brow Tamer Flexible Hold Tinted Brow Gel. And the reason that I didn't like this is that I found the brush to be very, very long, and it held a lot of product in it. So when it's tinted, I didn't have the control over the product as much as I would like. So if you're gonna go with a brow product from Urban Decay, I would highly recommend the brow pencil. I think that's fantastic, especially if you want a lot of control. But this one for me, it was just too much product. The wand itself was just too long and just was a miss for me. Now on to a BB cream, and this is by The Body Shop, and it's their all-in-one BB cream, color adapting tinted cream. I believe I initially tested this out in the spring. I did a whole video on color adapting products and how well they worked. There wasn't a whole lot of adapting going on with the color. It sort of came out, went on my skin, and that was the color it was. It didn't sort of adjust itself in any way, shape, or form. And I was kind of hoping it was going to be a little bit more tinted than it actually was. So if you wanted to layer up some additional coverage, you definitely can, because this is very hydrating. If you want a tiny, tiny bit of coverage and a lot of moisture, maybe you'll really like this. But for me and the purposes I was looking for, it was a miss. Now onto a product from e.l.f. and this is the e.l.f. concealer. And actually e.l.f. concealers in general, of the ones I have tried, have kind of missed the mark entirely. This is supposed to be in the shade Ivory, but it's more of a sort of pink color correcting tone, which is kind of odd. And the coverage just wasn't great. It didn't blend out very nicely on the skin. You could really see it. It was very clumpy. And yeah, overall, I did not enjoy this product at all. Now on to an eyeliner, and this is by Annabelle. It's their Eye Ink Mistake Proof Eyeliner and Corrector, and I thought this was a really cool concept. They have a felt tip eyeliner on one end, and on the other end it has a corrector. So it has a little brush on it so you can sort of clean up that line and make it really precise and perfect and just like whew, on the face. And for that, unfortunately, it did not so much deliver. The actual eyeliner itself wasn't black enough. It was sort of that gray toned, not perfectly like jet black. And unfortunately, when you do use the corrector and you use it at all, it's just going to show up the rest of the time just gray all over. Like you can see, it's not doing anything other than applying gray to my hand. So once you use this once, it is no longer useful. So that was a little bit unfortunate. Hopefully they will change the formula though, because I really like the concept. Now on to a high-end product, and this is by NARS. It is their Velvet Lip Glide, and this is in the color Toy. Now, of all of the colors that I've tried, I really, really like the lighter shades, the shades that are more neutral toned, nice mauvey tones, beautiful. They go on beautifully onto the lips. They look gorgeous. They settle down really nicely. They're easy, easy, easy to apply. These dark sort of plummy shades though, not so much. I just found them to be really, really streaky, and they were very, very difficult to apply. You couldn't get that nice full coverage look. I wasn't a big fan of this. Now on to a product by Sephora, and this is their I Love Cushion Glossy Eyeliner. And when I did a full buy or buy on the Sephora collection, I talked about this and my full review of it. I just didn't like it because it was very difficult to apply. The brush that it came with is super, super scratchy. You don't get that perfect, really black, crisp line. And yeah, just I've seen better eyeliners. Next up are some Essence eyeshadows. And I did find a couple of Essence eyeshadows that I was in love with. Grammy Goes Glammy, gorgeous, beautiful, creamy, shimmery, white, pale pink color. I don't know. I loved it as like a highlight on the eyes in the inner corner. Just obsessed with it. It's beautiful. But these matte shades in the singles or these palettes, I did not like them. First of all, the palettes, the formula itself is not anywhere near what the singles in the shimmer shades are. They're just very chalky and very difficult to apply, and they just didn't go on very smoothly. I wasn't a big fan of this. And the matte shades, the same thing. They just weren't the greatest of quality. They were very chalky and very difficult to blend out. And especially because I was comparing this like directly against the Grammy Goes Glammy shade that I was obsessed with. I was just really disappointed that these didn't work out for me. But I think there are a lot better products from Essence that you should go and check out. These ones, not so much. Now onto another lip product I just wasn't a big fan of, and it's by Benefit. It's their They're Real Double the Lip products. So the whole premise behind these particular lipsticks is that the tip of the lipstick is a different shade than the rest of it, so you can contour your lip. It's supposed to be a deeper shade, and then you can get that nice full lip look. So initially when I was swatching this, I didn't notice a huge difference between the tip and the rest of the lipstick, and I was like, oh, maybe when you put it on the lips it'll be a little bit more subtle, because you don't want it to be like a massive difference between the actual contour shade and the shade you're gonna fill your lips in. But when I applied it, like even again, I was looking at it, I was like, I don't see a difference. So there was that, and then also the tip of the lipstick wore down a lot, so it was much more difficult to create that nice perfect edge that you're looking for. And then the colors themselves, I just wasn't super impressed with the ones that I at least tried. I think there was, this one is supposed to be Revved Up Red, and it was not that. I don't know, like that looks pink to me, and it just wasn't a super exciting shade. That's the tip of it. Like you can't really tell a difference. The colors just weren't super exciting, and overall it was a miss for me. Now the brow products from Benefit that they launched this year, amazing. Like the whole lineup is fantastic. Check out those if you're looking for something that's really, really good from Benefit that they launched this year. These I wasn't a big fan of. And lastly is a product from Maybelline, and this is their Color Tattoo Concentrated Crayon in Barely Beige. And I tried this one, and I tried one other one, I think it was like a purple color or something, and they just didn't sit really well on the eyes. Now I tried to use these and then use a shadow into the crease to kind of blend it all out, and just didn't seem to mesh really well with those. And this color, I know it's called Barely Beige, but I did want to see something on my lids, otherwise what's the point in applying it? So I applied it, and then you can see it, and then you blend it and it's gone. And it's the same thing with the purple one. It just sort of really, really washed out when you're trying to blend it out. Overall, I wasn't super excited about these. They certainly didn't last a really, really long time on my lids either, and I think there's just a lot better products from Maybelline to check out. And that's everything for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did like the whole best and worst of beauty of 2016 type videos, give this video a big thumbs up if you want to see it next year. And don't forget that I do monthly favorite videos as well, so when I test out new products throughout the month, I always share with you guys my absolute favorites of the ones that I've tested. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday and Thursday, as well as new videos every Saturday on my RachhLoves Life channel. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful, wonderful week so far, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Love you girls. Mwah.